Hey, 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 hello, my Periscope people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Michael, Rafi. I'm so pleased that you're here, people, and happy Monday. I hope you've started your week in exactly the way that you've wanted to. You've been driving things forward, setting the pace, setting the vibes, setting all the things in action, everything that you want. It all starts with today. It always starts with this very, very moment that you're in. And that actually ties really nicely into this particular tip that I have for you. So I'm saying to you, this is your tip. This is your tip if you want to boost your creative life. It can work in lots of different areas of your life, but I'm a creativity coach and I help people to really live and act on their big secret creative project, whatever it is that you want to create, whether it's something writing related, painting, singing, dancing, photography. It's creativity, it's you, it feels right. Hey, Rafi. Oh no, I thought we might save this for a different scope, my friend. I really appreciate that, Rafi. Thanks. Thank you. Because I know there's somebody that you wanted to have a conversation with, and I would appreciate maybe not on this particular scope. But by all means, we can talk on Facebook a little bit later if you like. So, here is this tip that's going to boost your creative life. It is start from where you are. Gosh, it's profound, isn't it? Start from where you are. See, for most of us, if we're in a state of fear and we're unsure about trying something or moving in the direction of something that we'd like to do, we're either in the past or we're in the future. We're either wishing that something were different from the past, or we're picturing a future where all of a sudden we're in a better place and we've managed to figure it all out. Now, neither of those serve you well. Neither of those places serve you well. Okay, we all know, we've all heard about this idea of living in the present, being in the present moment. But we have to acknowledge if we're not in the present, exactly where is it that we are? And if we want to move in the direction of something that feels good to us, where do we start? Well, the answer is start from where you are. I'll do it when I'm ready. You'll never be ready to do it now. Exactly. And even when you feel like you're ready, you may have just said that in that quote. Even when you feel like you're ready, there's always something else that you'll need to figure out. Now that doesn't mean, right, I'm never going to start. Okay? I mean, let's think about at the future. Okay, what is it that we're imagining? We're imagining that we'll feel a lot more settled. We're imagining that we'll have more knowledge, more experience. We'll have less fear. Um, I'm a British. I'm British, mate. I'm from London. You sound like you're from London, mate. Thank you. Um, what do you do when your circumstances don't? Can you repeat that question? I'm so sorry, I missed it. I missed it. Um, so what I'm saying is that future place that we want to be, once we've stepped forward into that, so we've walked those 5 steps forward, we end up feeling exactly the same way. So really, we have to acknowledge that the place where we are is the best place to be. It is the best place for you to start. So if you want to start writing that blog, or if you want to start this amazing illustration book project, for example, acknowledge exactly where you are and celebrate that and be completely okay with that. Okay? And I was just thinking of an example earlier. You know, like many of us, we've I've had to do assignments and we've been involved in studies and whatnot. Sorry, by the way, I should introduce myself. My name is Vernon. I'm a creativity coach and I help people to love their life. by reconnecting them with their creative passions. I'm here in Northwest London. I'm at my home in Northwest London, United Kingdom, Europe, the world. And yeah, this is an English accent, whoever made that comment earlier. And I'm really pleased that you're all here. Thank you for hearts and all that. I'm not from the US of A. What do you do when your circumstances don't permit you to creative, money, family? Okay, well, that's a really good question. I guess what you'd need to do is break down exactly um, where those circumstances lie in terms of, I don't speak French, but where those circumstances lie um, in terms of the structure of your life. Okay, so a lot of us will have time challenges and we'll have family challenges and we'll have financial constraints. It's a lot to do with how are we currently structuring our life. Now, there will be some things that will be priorities for you in your life. Yeah, I feel that, Kerry. Thank you for the interaction, by the way. I really appreciate that. Um, so, what is the priorities in your life? Now, I would expect that family will be somewhere high up in that priority list, and I would expect the ability to provide for your family, so the whole money side of things is a priority for your life. But also, we need to ask the question of following our calling and following our truth. How important is that? Where does that come into things? And that's probably something where maybe like a conversation or a different perspective might help you to see that. And then what we will find is very often smaller steps or baby steps might move us in that direction. So when we talk about or creativity, maybe that's a little bit in the way of the things that I'm currently doing. We just have to maybe look at it as how could we break it down into bite-sized pieces? So, and time and money don't come easy. Well, I mean, first of all, you've had time to sit here and engage with this scope. I'm not saying turn off the periscope and go and do what it is that you need to do. Yes, there's excuses. Okay, you want to start to create music. Now, how much free software is there? Is there anything that you've downloaded onto your computer that will allow you to start structuring some music in some way? Um, is there an instrument that you could borrow of somebody, a friend who's not currently using it? It's just worth having a little bit of a brainstorm and seeing whether you're looking at it's the hardware, whether you're looking at the creative project as this huge thing. You mentioned the hardware. Must it be that way? Does it have to be this big, massive setup in order for you to get on and do what it is that you need to do? Is there a solution? Be honest with me. Is there a solution? Free Cycle. Free Cycle, the place where people give away stuff for free. Yeah, I use Free Cycle sometimes. I've got hold of stuff. You need to have the quality. Okay, share with me. Tell me what your name is, by the way, and where you're from, my musical creative friend. I agree with you. Kerry, is that your name? I apologize if. So Jason, tell me where you're from. Okay, cool, Kerry. Hello, Ahmad. Oh, from San Antonio, Texas. So, can you tell me whether your desire to have all this big equipment and create and be successful musically, are you truthfully telling me that what will stop you is the fact that you need a whole bunch of expensive equipment? Okay. And just one laptop, and could you move towards that? Could you move towards that in a slightly, I can't speak Arabic. Break it down into bite-sized chunks is what I'm trying to say. You've got a laptop. Wow. How about this for Periscope connections here? Kerry has a laptop that she doesn't use. Well, yes. Okay. So we found you a laptop. Thomas, we are talking about, well, the title of the scope is I imagine you do need a MacBook. Okay. Hmm. Um, Jason, it's Jason. Trying to get the name again. Okay. Sorry, and also trying to address the other questions that are on this scope. It's not always easy to do the multitasking thing. I'll have to deal with things one at a time. Delirious Irene, welcome. Lydia James, welcome. Lydia, are we related? Jason is from San Antonio, Texas, was my understanding. Anyway, um, Jason, are you still there? Because it'd be interesting to see whether we can just at least a small bit try and work towards a solution in some way, although it's not always instant. My feeling is it may be something a little bit under the surface, not just this idea that you've got to have this huge amount of expensive equipment in order to get where you need to get to. Lydia is invited one person too. There's a whole chain of people inviting. Thanks for the hearts. I'm gonna assume that's Rafi sharing those hearts as well. So for those of you who missed it, the tip was start from where you are. This is a really important tip if you want to boost your creative life. Start exactly where you are. Don't get lost too much in the past, okay? When we're anxious and we're worried about things and we're disillusioned and dissatisfied, we are lost in the past. And that is wishing for something to be different, but you can't change that. Hello, one sec. Amber, hello? How do I turn black? What a wonderful question. I don't think that's for this particular periscope. And then the future. Again, the future is a place where we get lost because we're constantly thinking that we're trying to, that tomorrow is going to be a better day. I was going to start talking about an example. It's just me and you at the moment, Rafi, but the example that I wanted to mention was when we're studying and we're working towards an assignment and how people keep putting off getting this assignment done. And the reason for that, the reason for that is because, Kerry, thanks and welcome back, is why we delay, why we procrastinate is because we believe on some level, on some kind of deeper level, that tomorrow will be a better time. Okay? If tomorrow never comes. Sorry, I was checking my eBay. Are you an eBay seller? So we believe on some level that tomorrow will be a better time, but the truth is, tomorrow is never a better time. Because when we take that action tomorrow, we're actually taking an action in the present. It sounds a bit silly, but we can only ever act in the present moment. So take advantage of your now. If your now was a feeling or a color or I don't know, if your now was something, what would it look like? What would now look like? Would now have power and strength? I'm a coach. I'm a coach, not a therapist. Um, I like the whole idea of visualizing. So when we say now, what does it look like? What does the future look like? The future often looks like this kind of nicer place where the weight is off. Uh, yes, coach. Introduce yourself, please, Amber. Tell me where you're from. And Kerry, I don't know if you told me where you're from. You are welcome. You are welcome. And it's really nice to just get feedback and just to see people engaging. This is the whole reason for using Periscope, really. Cheshire, okay, so you're a fellow Brit as well. Oh, no wonder you couldn't recognize my strange accent. Yeah, my accent's a bit funny sometimes. Apologies for that. Um, Islington. Oh, cool. I use a consultation room in Angel, which is a really cool place called the Claremont Project, which is on White Lion Street, which is pretty much directly opposite the train station. Do you know White Lion? It's White Lion Road or White Lion Street. That's cool. Yeah, Amber, get in touch. I'd be happy to maybe offer you a little consultation or something complimentary. I do have a website. It's thecasualartist.co.uk. So the Casual Artist is the name of my coaching practice. And yeah, the work I do is really fun. You know, it's just conversations. No worries, Kerry. It's conversations with people, but they're really meaningful and very powerful. And I just like to meet with people. Um, Amber, was it Amber? Would you want to tell me a bit more about your kind of career transition situation at the moment? Hello, Ginger Loyal. Welcome. Wildstone Raider. I know the Wildstone Raider. I swear I've seen that on YouTube or on Facebook or something. You've got no fans. Are you like the actual Wildstone Raider? Who's this guy that like does these funny raps and stuff? Casual Artist, thecasualartist.co.uk. Okay, so you just left British Airways cabin crew. How was that? What was it like as cabin crew? And what's it been like since you've left? Yeah, guys, go to YouTube and type in the Wildstone Raider. I think this guy might. Are you? Oh my God, his picture actually looks like the actual Wildstone Raider, but it's Gordon Hill. Yeah, he went viral. Guys, you have to check out this guy on YouTube. I don't know whether this guy on the Periscope is the actual Wildstone Raider, but if he is, that's well cool. It's ultra cool because I'm from Harrow, which is Wildstone. Oh, he's the official one. Like crazy. This is well cool. If you are the official with capital letters. Willstone Raider, will you invite your followers into this so we can talk about you? Greg Norrie, welcome. We can talk to you. We can also talk with others as well. Oh, that would be well cool. And also if you could follow me as well. Ah, nice one, Wildstone Raider. Wildstone Raider, so I'm in Wembley right now. I grew up in Rayners Lane, Harrow. Used to play for St. Joseph's football team, so I used to train in Harrow Weald. It was incredible. Went all over the world. It's been relaxing. Looking to get into motivational speaking. I'm assuming that I just picked up that last line. So you actually thinking of becoming a speaker yourself? And you mentioned the creative industry. What areas of the creative industries are interesting for you? Matuzzo, it's not really about motivating people. It's about putting themselves into an environment where they can actually motivate themselves, if that makes sense. You know, there's only so much that one person can do in terms of giving somebody that lift. What a question, K Barlow. I'm not sure if it's for this scope. N Hawkins, welcome. TV Fashion. Yeah. Do you know what, Amber? It'd be really good to have a conversation with you because I'd love to hear more about what you're doing. It's obviously difficult for you to share that on Periscope. Help people be happy. Yeah, for sure. I mean, this transitional point in your life, Amber, it is a really nice place to be. Because what it is saying, or what it's allowing you to do, it's allowing you to really feel into the things that you enjoy, the things that you'd like to do. Because often when we're so locked into a particular profession or whatever it is that we're doing, we can't feel in the right way. I talk about feeling a lot because it's important, it's relevant. Rafia, you are amazing. 3,000 hearts. Respect to you. I really appreciate that. Problem of procrastination is stopping me from growing business. Tell me about your business, Matuzzo. Are you looking for motivation? Do you think motivation is the answer? I would be happy to offer a one or two small tips, but just tell me about your business a little bit. That would be awesome. Okay. Tell me what you're up to. I love that picture. Has anyone seen Matuzzo's profile picture? I'm loving it. So yeah, as I was saying, Amber, acknowledging, just like the title of of well, not the title of the scope, but what the actual tip is, which is start from where you are. Technology solutions. Okay, so you're obviously in a busy space. Figured it out. No, as soon as serious soon. Matuzzo, a small little suggestion. Think about how you felt when you were first either coming up with the idea of what it is that you had to help people with, or when you had just launched. Just try and have a think about what that place was. Really appreciate that, Rafia. How are you feeling? What was it again? It's about feelings again. Um, were you energized? Were you enthusiastic? Um, were you motivated at that time, Matuzzo? Because I would imagine that you were feeling different then to how you're feeling now. And what we have to do is we have to sometimes just tune in some way, try and tune into how it was back then at that time. Because I tell you something, Matuzzo, or is it Matt? That was the truth. How you were feeling then, that was your truth. And it is your truth that is going to allow you to get out into the world and offer the value that you have. But right now, as the doubts and the fears start to enter your mind, that's where the demotivation comes from. Because circumstances put me down. Yeah, I mean, this is how life flows, my friend. This is how life flows. It's this wave, this up and down, up and down. Now the question is, are we prepared to see out the wave? Are you prepared to see out the wave? Because presently you might be, emotionally, you might be in a little bit of a down spiral.